My name's Sam. I work with Motive Partners, a new private equity fund focused exclusively on financial technology. I'm here today representing Alistair Lukes, who's a colleague of mine at Motive, but also is the UK Prime Minister's Business Ambassador for FinTech.
Okay, so what are the main topics that you are focusing at your organization?
Yeah, it's a good question. At Motive Partners, we're trying to evolve the private equity model whilst working with all actors in the ecosystem, working with the investment community, working with innovators, the incumbents, the banks, with the policy and regulators, and we're trying to do so across every stage of the fintech life cycle, from venture through to growth through to transformation. We have to do this with a significant amount of capital, and we have to do this in partnerships with all the global players. And our hope is that we can really help move the dial and evolve financial services to create a more sustainable ecosystem for everyone.
So, you know, there are some choices for the entrepreneurs who wants to work or establish a startup in fintech ecosystem to move to UK or to do their projects at their local countries. What do you suggest? How do you evaluate this decision?
Yeah, it's a great question. I think you have to think about where the industry is heading, and that's usually dictated by regulation. I think the UK has an excellent environment for regulation. We have an excellent lobby group in Innovate Finance, very forward-thinking policymakers creating a collaborative open ecosystem for everyone. But we also benefit nowadays from technological advancements in being able to set up a business anywhere in the world and having the access to a lot of those value creation opportunities globally. So I think for Turkish companies, Istanbul's a fantastic place, right? It's vibrant. There's a lot going on here, and Istanbul has a lot to offer entrepreneurs. But come do business in London as well, because we've also got a great environment.
You have many experiences about the fintech ecosystem and the startups in this ecosystem. Do you have any special suggestions to the startups in this ecosystem?
Do you mean what type of companies to establish? Yeah, again, I think there are some really exciting areas in financial technology around lending. I think we're only at the beginning of peer-to-peer lending, and I think it's a great way, a very cohesive way to bring communities and broader ecosystems together. I think regulatory areas of advancement are interesting. In Europe, we have something called the Payment Services Directive 2, which could well totally evolve banking, as we have to open bank APIs to third-party providers. So I think anything in the RegTech space or in the lending space is something that I'll be keeping a close eye on.
Thank you very much for your answers. Do you want to add anything else or underline something else?
No, just thank you, and it's a great honor to be here.